G'day, I'm Wazza, and today we're heading out after rabbits again. Welcome to another episode of Wazza's Boomerang Adventures. A few days ago I went out hunting with my old camera crew. We found quite a few rabbits to throw the old throw stick off at. Also, we found a very interesting environmental phenomenon along the way. So I hope you enjoy the episode, and I'll catch you at the end of it. So this area here is pretty good for rabbit hunting. I didn't realise how many warrens there would be around the place, and I was just checking out and scouting around, seeing what was around, and I found a good warren here. So the idea is when you find warrens like that, you then go to the outskirts, maybe within 100 metres, and you should find some rabbits in squat spots, and that's what happened here. And this one really caught me by surprise. I couldn't, there's no way I could tell that this rabbit was about to come out.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah. So yeah, he just came out. He might have run to the left, I guess to the left, and he went to the right. Not much I could do about that in the amount of time I had. I just got out of the car here. We parked at the side of the road, and I'd seen a rabbit through the window, and I wasn't quite sure where he stopped, so it was a bit of a guess as to what he was going to, where he was, and
Where to start?
my cameraman had heard something, and then I went in that direction, and then
just under your feet there in front of you, I think.
Then he came out. Had very little time, but he was pretty close, and I got off that shot and he went along the fence line, and I actually hit the wire just above him, and the second shot there wasn't a very good shot. He was already behind some bushes.
Oh, well, you got your tools yet? Yeah, try these bushes.
But there were probably more rabbits in the area that we guessed, and turned out that there was one more in another bush a bit further on. And problem is, when you bang one side of the bush, they often come out on the other, and you're unprepared. So that's what happened here. Really no way I was going to get that rabbit, but you've got to get that throw off. You might learn something, but if you sit there and just watch him go by, you'll learn nothing.
He was covering too much ground, eh? Like by the time it left your hand, you really needed to throw it twice as far as you could. Yeah. Plus up a slope.
He was just walking down a slope, and one came out 20 metres in front of me, and he ran behind a heap of sort of bushes and undulating ground, and it was just a bit of a wild throw to see if I could get close. He went down a hole by the time I threw that second shot off. So people ask me quite frequently, will these kill a rabbit? That's an Australian hardwood tree. Look how far in that goes. So they would have no problems at all killing a small animal, and it would do quite a bit of damage to a large one. So I have quite a bit of confidence that it's going to work, not to mention the fact that I've done it. Anyway, so here was not expecting to find this little gem of a find. Incredible. I thought I'd put it in the video, even though it's not hunting this part, it's just naturalist sort of stuff, and I think every hunter is a naturalist at heart as well. If they spend any amount of time in the bush, this is the kind of stuff that you can come across. Stuff you won't ever see on a nature show. Very lucky to find it on YouTube or any of those things. This is the first time I've seen anything like this. So if I was home watching TV, there'd be no chance of me seeing it. So getting motivated to go out for a hunt, you can see some really good stuff like this. By this stage, those echidnas had smelt me and stopped, and they got really poor eyesight, but they got good sense of smell, so they knew something was up. They kind of move like a little puppet, these things. They're quite funny.
Oh, there's another one to your left. Behind that tree stump.
That fourth one is just a bit behind the others.
He might come to you.
He
Sit still.
took a bit to catch up, but he caught up with the others.
You see it?
Just got to sit quiet, sit still. They won't see you and they'll continue to do their thing. I've never seen 4 echidnas together before. First time ever. That's quite funny. I guess would be their mating and stuff like that. So it's quite a rare thing to see that. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. Incredible. These are Australia's version of a hedgehog or a porcupine. They accept they're what's called a monotreme. They're a mammal, but they lay eggs. The young suckle on them when they've hatched, and they tunnel or they burrow into the ground. When they're really spooked, they'll start to dig into the soil. They're an anteater. They love the ants, and there's quite a few that live around this district. But I've never seen 4 together before. They usually don't like each other. They quite a large territory per echidna, and they only ever really come together for mating purposes. So, quite a treat to see this. See them in their breeding season and catch them breeding, basically. I think we'll just let them do what they want to do now. We've had our fun. So that was a good find. Alright, let's see if we can get some rabbits. Actually, they were a delicacy in the old days. Aboriginal people used to think these were really good eating. But they look a bit prickly for me. So we're on our way home and I saw a rabbit out the window. It's raining a little bit, but we stopped anyway, and I thought, well, we could give it another go, and finally got an open shot at a rabbit for the whole day. First one.
Whoa. Oh, man.
Nice.
That's the closest you've been for a while.
I put a red arrow here in the bottom of the screen to show you where my first throw came from, and I was out of the frame for that, but came very close. The rabbit veered off the wrong direction again. Next shot, it was on track and then picked up a tree on the way to the rabbit. So I zoomed in close here on the Ken Burns, and you could tell it was on the way. It might have gone above it, but that's life. You don't know for sure. So, and that was the end of my little outing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll catch you on the next episode.